I mean,
It's either one device or the other, and
it's always one or the other. It's never both. Hence the problem. Mm-hmm.
mm,
Problems. 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 It's still not going.
we all got problems.
Try again, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's up with my internet. If you know how to make it work, inbox me so we can figure this out. I'm trying to get one solid link or at least do YouTube and figure it out and send it to everybody from there. I'm having technical difficulties. Every time we get Facebook up and running, it shuts down. I don't know what the problem is, but hello again. We are still here and we are still drinking. So here's the update. The update is this. This is the weekly wind down. I am C Lynn. This is my co-host Cameron. He is here to be interrogated. I mean interviewed.
Pretty much.
So I'm hoping that YouTube or Facebook or Instagram actually works and we get this thing going right. So hopefully, we can try it again. Facebook is being really difficult, but you're here. You're here. Let's get it going. First of all, we were talking before we were so rudely interrupted by the internet not working correctly.
Pretty much. Deserves a drink.
Man, that does deserve a drink. Deserves a drink. The internet does this every time, so we're gonna try to figure this out. He's drinking Monster because he's underage.
That's good.
And I'm drinking St. James Winery because it's wine. And again, I was looking for black-owned wine. So if anybody knows where I can find some black-owned wine in Southern Illinois, let me know, and I will give it a shot. I want to try it out, and I want to tell you all what I think about it. Right now, I've got St. James Winery. It's a sweet red wine. So check that out. It's a velvet red, sweet red wine. It's super good. I like it. I don't even like red wine, but it's sweet. So it's working out. We're gonna address some issues because we have had conflicts in regards to my parenting skills because this is my child, and because you gotta go click on this right there. Click on what's on your mind. Yes, and it'll say go live. Yep. Let's give it a shot. Let's hope it works out, everybody. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. There we go. Double, triple fingers crossed.
You can only do two.
I can do it all.
You can't do it without.
I can do it. You give it anyway. Whatever.
You can do it without like using my other hand.
So the goal was to address.
There we go.
Why in the world I need to have a phone number and a name of an adult who will be around whenever you go over your friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
And you say that the parents get mad at the kids for giving their phone number out.
Yes.
Which makes sense.
It does.
I would be mad too.
But then I told them, how come you can't like ask them about it?
Mm-hmm.
Then they never really replied to that. They always said like, I'm not at home yet.
Mm-hmm.
They still like, I don't know.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So here's my theory. My theory is this. If I tell them that I want the parents to call me before my son goes over to their house and something happens where no parent calls me,
I can't go over.
No, you can't go over. Why? Why did I say you can't go over?
Because you feel like something's wrong about it.
Something fishy. That's all I'm saying. If nobody wants to call me and talk to me over the phone and let me know what's going on, who's going to be there, I just need an adult's phone number, and nobody's letting me know, something's fishy. Now, that's my red flags popping off because I'm a parent and I've seen it happen before. But you say I'm being overprotective. Is that a yes?
Yeah.
So are you saying then that I should allow you to go over anybody's house?
If they're my friends, I trust them. But even if I do go to their house, you can come with me to make sure that it's okay. And if you feel like you don't feel okay with it, then we can leave. I'm cool with that.
Okay, I was cool with that at first. Because if the person lives around the corner, then I'm okay with driving around the corner to say what's up. and introduce myself because we've done that before.
Yeah, I have two friends that live really close to me. I can ride my bike or walk to their house if I wanted to.
Right. And so we've done that before where I drove over there and met the parents while I dropped you off.
Yeah.
And I was okay with that. But then this last person asked him to come over, and she lives a good 20, 25 minutes away. So they're asking me to hop in the car and drive 20 to 25 minutes away just so I can meet them if they're there.
She said she was.
That's what she said. But how come she couldn't call me on the phone?
I don't know.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So that's my issue. That's and if you all heard the story and you understand where I'm coming from, please let me know if I'm being overprotective because I will review myself. I will check myself and stop being overprotective. If that's true. If I am being a parent, then that's different. Is there any other way that you think that I'm being overprotective?
Just mostly with my friends. Anything else, not much. Well, me getting a knife.
My child wants a knife. What kind of
knife? When we were cleaning up the other house, I saw a knife that I wanted, but you didn't trust me with it because you thought I would hurt my brother.
That is not what I said.
Oh, wait, you thought
that is not what I said.
You thought that he would.
See how you do me?
You thought that he would.
He is your brother.
Go into my room and take the knife and either harm himself or someone else. But I told her that she has a knife also, and he goes into her room all the time.
All the time.
So I never understood why I couldn't get a knife by myself, even though he goes in your room more than mine.
First of all, my child doesn't want a knife like my knife. He wants a longer knife, which is also known as a machete.
No.
A butcher knife.
No.
What is it?
It's like a combat knife.
A combat knife. I don't have one of those. I have a tactical knife, not a combat knife.
Difference.
Whatever. He is, how old are you?
14.
He'll be 15 in how long?
August.
In August, which is a month away.
Yeah.
So should I let him get a knife? Yes or no?
Say that in the comments.
Please. Comments. Let me know.
Yes for knife, no for
knife. Should I let my child get it? Liz says, what do you need a knife for?
I don't know.
He doesn't know, Liz. This is why he doesn't have one yet.
What?
I have one for protection.
I ride my bike a lot too sometimes.
You do ride your bike a lot. That's true.
And sometimes you don't trust a lot of the neighbors around.
I don't trust any of the neighbors.
Right. And I ride my bike around a lot. If I'm either just riding around to just enjoy it or just to go to my friend's house. So
Liz, does that make sense? Should he then get a knife if he feels like he needs protection in case something pops off while he's riding his bike? Oh, I think she's responding to you not knowing if you need one. So think about what we said about riding through the neighborhood and let us know if that's a good idea. He is 14. He'll be 15 soon. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I didn't get my first knife until I was in college.
Wow.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. Your uncle did give me a knife when I was in the 6th grade. Now, the reason he gave me this knife, it was a little bitty knife.
It's still though.
Yeah. I was in 6th grade, but I was going to, Liz still says no. I was going to a public school. It was my first time going to a public school because I was in Catholic schools all the other time. And he was like, if you don't know how to fight, then you need to have something to protect you. So he gave me this knife. I put it in my purse. It was all the way at the bottom. My mom found it.
How?
The first day she found it.
Did he tell her?
No, she saw me go in my purse and was like, what's that? And that's how that happened. So that was my first knife. But I didn't get my real knife until I was in college. I work with the youth and knives make it easier to escalate the situation. So if it's just hands.
I'll do hands, but.
Then do hands.
I will.
Okay. So do you need a knife?
Not unless they have a knife.
Not unless. No. Thank you, Liz. Thank you. All right. I'm winning this fight. Thank you, Liz. We don't want to escalate. She's right though. If you get into a fight or whatever, and you pull out the knife and they don't have one, and then they try to take it from you,
it can go bad.
It can go very bad. Or a simple assault could turn into a bigger charge if you use a weapon.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. Thanks, Liz.
Makes sense.
You the dude or the girl?
What?
You the bomb. You the bomb, Liz.
That makes sense. Okay.
I broke up a fight with the youth pride area. Fists were involved. Then one of the girls went for a gun. And then it goes from there.
There's a difference between a gun and a knife.
It's still a weapon.
I know.
Okay.
One you can use for longer range and it'll kill instantly. Other one you need less space.
Not necessarily. I mean,
and you won't kill them as instantly though.
It depends on if you hit a vein. It's a whole different thing. So we'll see. I don't know, Liz. I don't know how I feel. I don't know. She said she's all of those. She's the dude. She's the girl. She's the bomb. You are the bomb. So, all right. So have we come to a resolution? How about this? How about when he reaches 18, I will get him a special knife, a specific knife. What's up, Talib? I see you down there.
Having your fun in Atlanta?
Huh?
Having your fun in Atlanta?
Ooh, he mad you left him here. While you out kicking it in Atlanta without us. It's cool. We ain't mad that you missing somebody's birthday. We ain't said nothing about that, though. Back to you.
Boom.
Maybe 18. I'll get you a special technical knife. I think that's reasonable. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. Hey, Alexia. So that's how we feel right now. I'm still overprotective. Anything else you feel like I'm overprotective about?
No. And if I do, I'll end up bringing it up anyways at some point.
It'll come up later.
It will come up.
So then the next conversation turns into, should he get a motorcycle or a car? Now, again, he's 14 now. He'd be 15 in a month. So we're trying to decide if we should get him like a scooter, moped, motorcycle kind of deal, or not a moped.
Not a moped.
Why not a moped? What's wrong with a moped?
I don't want a moped.
It's a motorized pedestrian type machine.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay, motorcycle or scooter?
No.
Why not a scooter?
I don't feel comfortable with the scooter.
Where the line? Here's my argument. Here's my argument. You all tell me what you think.
Her argument is understandable too.
You understand my argument?
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell them what it is while I drink. I got wine to drink.
At first, I did want a car, but then my mom said to get a motorcycle or a scooter because of less gas, less money to pay for it if it does get damaged and all that.
Yeah.
Was
that it?
Mostly, but also I'm gonna need a car anyways because when winter hits, I can't ride in the snow.
Sure, you could.
That's gonna suck.
It is gonna suck. It is gonna suck.
I'm gonna need a car.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need a car.
Okay, how about you're right though.
Just ride the car.
I want him to get a scooter, preferably a motorcycle. I remember when I wanted a motorcycle, and my mom specifically said to get a motorcycle that was really loud. That way people can hear you coming.
Motorcycles are meant to be loud anyway.
But not all of them are.
I know that, but more than a lot of them are though.
You can make them loud.
You can make them louder.
Yeah. So she was saying get a motorcycle instead of a scooter. That way people can hear you coming. That way you have a better chance of people seeing you instead of hitting you or pushing you out the road.
Yeah.
So the question for you all watching is, motorcycle or car for a 16-year-old?
Say that in the chat. So 17.
Comment in the chat. Let us 17?
17. I don't give a permit till I'm 17.
Ooh, that's because he was born in what was it?
Born in
you
August.
Were born late.
Yeah.
So he'll be 17. I'm about to graduate.
I already got friends that already got their permits and driver's license. I don't get mine until I'm a junior in high school.
I think he should get a scooter because it's okay, a motorcycle. because it's more efficient financially.
Yeah.
However, I understand your point as far as the winter time because you
Yeah.
will need another vehicle.
Yeah.
To be fair, we may be able to find you a very old, janky, clunky car that you can use in the winter
I
time.
got a better word for that. Carcachita.
Carcachita.
Fun fact, that's how you say like an old rally car in Spanish.
Carcachita?
Carcachita.
Look, what's up with your phone? What's up with your phone? I don't understand. I don't understand. Carcachita.
Look it up.
I won't look it up. I'll remember it, but it's an old clunky car in Spanish.
Yeah, it's called Carcachita.
Carcachita. We learned something new today.
Found that out in reading class.
Comment. Let us know. 17-year-old, motorcycle or car or both.
Or both. Say that in the chats.
I'm not buying both. Just an FYI.
Okay. I can get the motorcycle.
Yeah, you can. Yes.
I'll get the motorcycle.
Yes, you. Yes. You pay for that.
I'll get the motorcycle.
Moving on. That deserves a drink. What's up, YB? What's up, Chrissy? Tasha. Anyway, so then we run into this. So then my next question is this. This is a serious question. Actually, this is going to get serious as we go.
Oy.
Sorry. The question is, what is the hardest part about being a teenager?
Oh, man.
You think? I drink.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
There's no judgment here. It's the weekly wind down. We venting about stuff that happened in the week. It's been a long, emotional week for me. So the wine. Go
on. Some of the hardest parts of being a teenager.
Yeah.
Believing that.
Hey y'all, don't judge me. Do not judge me, okay? Yes.
Believing that you're old enough to do certain things.
Okay.
You told me about that.
What do you mean?
Like when you're a teenager, sometimes you think that you can do certain things that you can't really do.
Like what?
Smoke. That's obviously one of them.
Do you want to talk about that?
No.
You sure?
Later on.
Nah, we gonna bring it up. We bringing up everything. You volunteered to sit in the hot seat.
So, no, I can't do that.
So first we did. What's up, Catrice? What's up, Delinda? First we did whether or not a 17-year-old should have a motorcycle or a car. Yep. Or both.
Yep.
And then what was the other thing was a knife.
Yes.
Was it like a Swiss Army knife, or you want like a
one that like flicks out?
You want a flick outable? Is that a thing? Flick outable? Is flick outable knife?
I don't think that's the word.
I don't know what it's called. A butterfly knife? So you can cut yourself?
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
No.
Oh. I don't know. A military knife.
Combat.
Okay. A combat knife. So that's the question. Should he have a combat knife? Catrice, I see you up there commenting because you were the one who gave me my second knife. And I already told the story of my first knife in 6th grade. Uncle D, I see you. And I told the story and how I got in trouble, but that's okay. You can go back and watch that another day. Switchblade, but that's when you push the button and it jumps out.
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Yeah.
You want a switchblade?
Either that or like the knife you have, just a little bit more bigger and have like more design on it.
My knife is less than 6 inches, which I think is the law. Like you can't have one longer than the law, and it can't be like it has to be retractable or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let us know. Should he get a knife? Because he'll be 15 this year. I see no problem with the knife as long as it's usually used responsibly. Don't know what you're talking about. It's all good, Uncle D. You ain't gotta know. I know. Everybody else that's watched the video from the beginning knows.
You're a little late.
You're a little late.
You're a little late.
But it's all good. So should comment, let us know. Should he get a knife? Should he not get a knife? He's 14, he'll be 15 next month. When he's 17, should he get a motorcycle or should he get a car or should he have both? Then what was the other one? The other one was the hardest part about being a teen.
Being a teenager was believing that you can do anything that you want.
Oh, so he brought this up, and we got to talk about it.
I gotta bring up the other ones.
No, we'll talk about the other ones too. We got time. I got time. I don't know what you waiting
Why
on.
do you look?
If he learns safe knife handling, I agree. I agree. He said you should get a car, by the way. The question is this. Should a 14, oh, thanks Kendra for joining. Let us know what you think. Should a 14/15/16-year-old vape?
Vape. Ooh.
Now, the original question was, yeah, I know. We talked about it.
That's why I said a motorcycle and a car.
He did say that. I know.
For like riding in the rain and the snow.
Yeah, I know. So now he wants to vape. And we did find a company that has
vape pens without nicotine in them.
Non-nicotine vape pens. We did see those. Kendra says no.
No hesitation.
None.
I bet it was no hesitation.
None. So my argument was, and the same argument was Uncle D was, thanks, Damien. So the same argument was, vaping was initially for people who were trying to wean from smoking, right?
Yes.
And
that was the initial reason people made vape pens.
Yes.
But now people just don't even see that as a reason for vape pens. People use it to like relieve stress now, just to do tricks with them now. That's the main reason.
So he sees people on YouTube who do like smoke tricks with vape pens.
That and they say that tastes good. That and they say that it just tastes good. So they just.
And it does. It's flavored.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so is candy. I can buy you all kinds of candy and all kinds of toothbrushes.
No, you wouldn't.
I'll get you all the toothbrushes.
You tell me to buy it by myself.
All the candy, right? I will.
Take the drink.
So that's where we are now. My child wants to vape. And I told him that none of them were nicotine free. And apparently there are some that are nicotine free. And now the argument is what Uncle D is saying, that vaping now, because a lot of the kids are vaping now because nicotine is seen as bad, because the campaign worked. You know, they were teaching kids that nicotine was not okay. And then they came out with this other thing called vaping that is supposed to allow kids to get the feel of smoking without actually smoking.
Yeah.
So they're vaping now. Kendra says wait until college. Enjoy the younger years activities. But all his friends are vaping.
The only reason why they vape is because they're going through
his friends are going through some things.
Yeah, they have issues at home. They're going through stuff, so they vape to relieve stress.
Bye, Catrice. To relieve stress.
Yeah.
You can exercise to relieve stress.
One of my friends actually like works out when she's mad.
There you go. It's perfect.
But also she goes through like parent problems too. Mm-hmm. She believes that they're going through like bad things because she was born. So yeah, they argue. She said that.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. One thing we will not do is discuss other people's problems.
Yeah, true. Sorry.
That's okay. But that's her reason is to vape because she's dealing with problems at home.
Yeah.
Okay. And so are you saying that you need to vape because you're having problems at home? Okay, so he's pointing.
Pointing to my brother.
The reality is this, and I did not see this is the second episode, so you're still catching some of the introductory information. The reality is I have two sons. This is my baby, actually. Technically, he's my baby.
But
baby boy.
I have to act older.
My baby boy. But he has an older brother that actually has autism. And it's difficult to live with him in his behaviors as a 14-year-old.
Yeah, because he barely listens to me. He listens to you more. So when I tell him to do things, he doesn't listen. He'll just keep doing what he's doing and just won't listen at all. And I get mad because he's either supposed to do this or not do that, but he never listens.
So you get mad when he's not listening. So you feel like you're stressed out because of your brother.
Yes.
And you feel like you need to vape to relieve that stress.
Like last time I got mad at him and I almost broke something.
You break something. I mean,
You just take a drink there?
yeah.
Yeah. I have broken one thing when I was mad at him.
What'd you break?
It was a while back. You already know about it.
Do I know about it?
Yeah.
What did you break?
The fence.
He did.
I did.
He did.
A while back, my brother would ride his go over to the neighbor's yard, and I would tell him to come back over because I didn't want him to be over there, but he never listened to me, and I got mad at him for that. And when I get mad, I don't really pay attention to my actions.
We got to work on that.
I do.
But go ahead.
I ended up throwing the basketball at the fence, and it broke a chunk of the fence out.
So we had a hole in the fence because of a certain somebody, which then led to the dogs getting out.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's not a reason to smoke.
No.
Like your friend who exercises when she's angry.
Yeah.
Exercise is an excellent coping skill to stress. Which you do now. I noticed you do that now. Do you do it when you get angry though?
No.
You do or you don't?
I don't.
Maybe you should?
I don't know. I'm starting to just like listen to music now and just play my game when I'm mad at him.
Play a video game and listen to music which is fine.
Yeah.
But then we got to find some things to help bring you back to center, because if he comes back around and does something that upsets you, you're going to snap again.
Yeah.
So we got to find something that's going to help. So we'll figure something out. Remember coming up with reasons to do things you wanted to. Hey. No judgment here, Uncle D. No judgment. And thank you, Damien. Working out, I think, is the best idea as far as vaping goes.
Yeah.
I also agree with Kendra. Maybe wait until you get into college. That way you learn how to deal with your stresses.
Yeah. You told me to figure out how to deal with stresses instead of vaping.
Yeah. Because then you rely on
that instead of nothing else.
Right. But then that'll lead to other things. So say, for instance, you feel like you're stressed, you need to vape. You don't have your vape pen, but somebody has a pack of cigarettes. Next thing you know, right?
I want to start smoking.
Hey, man, I don't know. When you get in the habit of smoking, it's a whole other thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So, all right. Take care, Uncle D. We'll see you next time. But, yeah, so we'll look at other things you can do other than that. You with me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we had questions about the motorcycle / car / both. We had questions about a knife or not. We had questions about vaping or not.
Yeah.
What else is the hardest part of being a teenager? You said there were other things. You think?
You drink.
I'll drink.
You thinking? Like I kind of already went over this.
Okay.
This is like parent problems.
Whose parent problems? Your parent problems?
No, just
he got parent problems, y'all.
Almost like any teen, like they get mad at their parents more often now than they did before.
That's true. I remember when he was younger and I told him specifically, we're going to miss these times because you're going to get older.
I'm going to end up like getting mad. Mad at more matter.
My baby. Don't be mad at me for being a parent. Why are you drinking so much? But I think that comes with the territory. I mean, I got mad at my mom when I was in high school as well. And she and I didn't get close until I had you and your brother.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, it happens. Just keep open the lines of communication. Keep talking to me even when you don't want to. And if you don't feel like looking me in my face and talking to me, write it down. Slide it under my door. Communicate. Find a way to communicate. Inbox me. He Snapchats me, y'all.
You got that.
What? What? What?
You got Snapchat.
I do have. I got Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. I got it all.
Everything that I have.
But I'm in the house with him. So why is he Snapchatting me, y'all? Why is he Snapchatting me? That's what I want to know.
Because you're either
What's up, Kyle?
Because you're asleep most of the time.
I'm not asleep most of the time. I was up all day. I was just in bed. But that's because of the past couple of days were really stressful. I needed to rest. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
He Snapchats me, y'all. Anyway, so we kind of breezed over this, and you talked about what it was like to have your brother as a brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What would make life easier? Because kids don't listen to people.
No.
So it's not just you. You don't listen to me.
Sometimes.
He don't listen to you sometimes.
He listens to you more than he listens to me.
I'm the parent. He better listen to me. I'm just saying. I'm saying, hey.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. But then we run into that situation where you're home with him by yourself.
Yeah.
And he's not listening. When it's a serious situation or it's a dangerous situation.
When he's about to hurt himself, someone else, or just property, then I need to step in and stop it.
Yes. Does he stop, or has that happened where you had to intervene if he was going to hurt himself or someone else or destroy property? While I drink, you think?
I don't think that's happened.
That's a good thing.
I don't think it's happened before.
I'm trying to read a knife for protection, a car over a bike, and a criminal. I hear you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think I agree.
You think or you do?
I kind of do and I kind of don't. I'm still a parent, y'all. I still feel he's my baby.
But I'm getting older.
I know.
I may be 14, but I look 15 or 16.
You do. But you act 12. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I sometimes do, to be honest. I'm a childish person.
It's all good. I'm childish too. It's all good. It's all good.
You can still be a child when you're like 40-something.
Yes, I agree. And I tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
So he mentioned something earlier where he says he gets really upset and then he you do things without thinking.
Oh, no.
Huh?
I know where it is going.
Where is it going?
It's the Snapchat story.
Yes, it is going to the Snapchat story.
Taking a drink for this one.
Take a drink. That can almost empty, buddy. So my child. Okay, Lawan, my young man, got upset with me. You got to tell a story because I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
He blocked me from that post, y'all. He Snapchats me for everything else, but when stuff like that happens, I don't know about it. But go ahead.
So I got mad at my mom for not seeing my friend that one time when I told her that she was being a little overprotective.
Because she wouldn't have her mama call me.
Yeah.
I have one rule. Have the parent call me. That's it. And this particular person did not have the parent call me. And then he gave her my number and was like, have them call me or you can call my mom. Oh, wait, I'm jumping. Go ahead. You tell a story. You think I'll drink.
Okay. So she never called you.
She never called me, y'all.
She never called her. And I got mad. And usually when I get mad, I don't think about what I say nor what I do.
Which is a problem.
It is a huge problem.
You got to work on that before you start collecting charges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of.
This bottle gonna be gone messing with this little boy. Go ahead. Hey, Ty. Go ahead. Why you drinking all the monster? You gonna be up all night. Tell a story now. Come on.
So I went on Snapchat, got mad, and I said that I wanted to kill an animal. Yeah.
Now, the reality is this. My child has never harmed
an animal before.
Ever.
Never harmed a person before.
Never been in a fight. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put your business out there.
I've never been in a fight.
Never been in a fight.
Arguments, yes, but like fist fights and all that, never.
Never harmed an animal. He doesn't destroy things.
I don't. Not much.
So he got mad and said
that I wanted to kill an animal.
He was so mad that he felt like he could kill an animal.
Yeah, but I never wanted to, never will. But some girl got on me about it, saying that you should never want to kill an animal. And we went back and forth saying stuff like that. And when I said I never want to kill an animal, never wanted to kill an animal, never will, she kept bringing it back, saying, why you want to kill an animal?
Yeah.
And she ended up going on saying that you have no right to say that. Mm-hmm. Never understood why she said that, because she doesn't like control me in a way.
You can't stop people from saying what they want to say. You can't. You know.
But she ended up saying.
Peace, Rob.
She ended up saying that I have no right saying you want to kill.
And have had dogs and cats.
Yeah.
So.
But
she don't know you like that.
She doesn't.
She doesn't. So
she just jumped to conclusions and she stood on that and didn't get off of it, even though I tried to, but it didn't work.
Didn't work.
And she ended up blocking me on Snapchat, which is understandable.
How is that understandable?
She loves animals and she ended up just getting mad at me.
Because you said that.
Yeah, and I tried to get her off of it, but she wouldn't listen. So she ended up blocking me.
So there are some things that people are extremely passionate about.
Yes.
Abortion, politics, same-sex marriage, homosexuality.
Yeah, definitely.
And animals.
Also, definitely.
Right. So when you tap dance on somebody else's feelings, they're going to respond a certain way. The reality is you can't be mad at how someone else responds to you.
I know that.
Okay. So she can get mad all she wants.
Yeah.
But you know the truth.
Yes.
The truth is
that I never want to kill an animal. Never have, never will.
Right. So if you lose a friend when you're upset because of something you said,
yes,
not something you did, just something
I never did it.
Yeah, just something you said.
Yeah.
Then I don't think that person was a real friend to you. I mean, it's one thing to say, hey CJ, it's one thing to say that you want to do something. It's a whole different thing to actually follow through. Yeah. The reality, though, is that you have to be very careful what you say online.
Facts. I do need to be more careful because people can take things the absolute wrong way real quick. Not caring like what you say.
I mean, the reality is once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah, people can use it.
Yes, they can. So say, for instance, she's mad at you 5 years from now from something you did, and she screenshotted what you said, and you have a job working at the animal shelter, and you love it, and the animals love you, and the people love you.
Yeah, she can get me fired real quick.
Yeah. So you learned a lesson. What was your lesson? While I drink, you think. Hey, Liz! Go ahead.
Lesson is be careful on what I say and what I do when I'm angry about things.
It's okay to be angry. We all get angry.
I just need to be careful on what I say.
Yes. It's a new generation. When I was young, we could say all kinds of things, but it wasn't recorded. It wasn't shared with other people. Nobody else knew what we were talking about. It was just us, right?
Yeah.
But now we got to a point where if you post it online, it can go up or somebody can record you and you can lose your whole livelihood.
Real quick.
Yeah, we've had people, we see this every day online where people will say something, hey, Kat. So we'll see something where somebody will say something or do something that's really out of character.
Yeah.
And then,
which is not like them at all.
which is not like them at all.
Yeah, and then people can take it the wrong way and just stay on that and not change their mind about it.
We do it all the time. We see people who share posts about people who feel a certain way about Trump.
Yeah.
They may agree with one of his things that he said,
Yeah.
and then they'll take that one thing and say, oh, he's a Trump lover, he's racist, he's this, he's that.
Yada, yada, yada.
Get him fired. No company should hire him. And the next thing you know, you have a job.
Because of one thing that you stood on.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Like the Me Too movement. Ooh, that wasn't even on my list of things to talk about.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. But it's the same thing. One person can say you did something.
Yeah.
And it's you against them. And unfortunately, in this day and age, something that could be a sexual assault threat couldn't land you in jail.
Yeah.
Off of somebody else's word.
Yeah. Someone could just go to a place saying this person assaulted me, and then they could just believe him that fast.
That's one of the things why I told you, if you're going to be alone, I encourage you to not be alone with people, especially now.
Yeah.
For that reason, because of the he said, she said. And it's not fair for me to say this, and I'm sorry for saying it, but you do spend a lot of time with people who don't understand what you and your race go through. So they don't understand the power of the words, are you threatening me? They don't understand the power of the words, why are you touching me? Especially if you just, that could go, or that's an automatic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's little things like that you got to be very careful of.
Yeah.
Somebody says, I'm trying to read it right. Just don't react online in the Matrix. React in real life. And make sure no cameras are recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, CJ. Yes. So, I agree with that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a teenager, hormones bouncing all over the place.
Anger, sad, and happiness.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
How uncomfortable is it communicating with the opposite sex?
It's not hard for me.
It's not hard?
No.
When you like them?
No.
Okay. It's my child, yo. It's my child. That's not hard for you to do?
It's not hard.
Okay.
Because if I do like them, I'll talk to them like they're my friend.
Okay. Which you should.
Yeah, and then if they like me back, I'll just bring a little bit more passion and love into the conversation when I talk to them.
If they like you back.
Yes.
What if you don't know?
If they don't like, if I don't know.
Yeah, how they feel about you.
I'll just keep it as a friendly talk.
So you don't throw out, hey baby, what you doing tonight?
No.
The old fashioned, let me hit them skins. Where your mama at?
Taking a drink for that.
Who been in your bed lately? Can I get in your bed? Some of the old infamous little lines we heard back in the day. You don't throw little lines out there. You just are friends with people.
Yes.
You're such a gentleman. That's my baby, y'all. I love you. So back to the conversation. So we'll work on the anger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is gonna get deep.
Really?
Sorry. Not too long ago, we don't have a place to plug it up either.
No.
If it goes, it goes. We'll just keep going on these two.
All right.
Not too long ago, you had a friend in your school, a classmate.
Not a classmate.
He wasn't a classmate?
He wasn't in the classes.
But he was at your school?
Yes.
I don't know another word for that.
I saw him around school.
What's the word for that? Associate? Classmate?
Fine.
High schooler?
Sure.
He had a high schooler who, and someone got on me about saying it this way. And I'll explain why I said it this way in a minute. But he had, wait a minute, hold on. Them skins, ew. They made me uncomfortable when they said it to me, LaJuan. Let me hit them skins. Yeah, it was bad. The 90s were bad, man. It's a new day.
Today's a new day.
Um,
You want to drink on that one?
yeah, I'll drink. You think? Mhm. All right. So he had a classmate or a guy in his class, high schooler, who successfully completed suicide.
Yeah.
I use the word successfully because his goal was to complete it,
Yes.
and he achieved his goal,
Yeah.
thus making it successful.
Yeah.
I understand that successful is associated with positive things, with achievements. But in his mind, he achieved his goal. So that's why I use that term.
Yeah.
But I get how people are uncomfortable with that though.
Yeah.
So he did complete suicide. Um, this is not the first person that you knew who has died.
No.
Okay. What happened with the first person?
The first person was actually a closer friend to me.
He was closer.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell him what happened.
It was a long while back when I went to elementary school, Ellis, and my friend was driving there, and it was snowy outside and it was icy.
His parents were driving.
Yeah.
Or his dad was driving.
His dad was driving.
Yeah.
And they were going to like a Boy Scouts meeting at school that night, and the car slid on some ice and it crashed into a ditch. And my friend and his dad both died in that car crash.
I thought he had a brother that died as well.
Yeah.
And the mother was the only surviving person.
She just broke a leg or something like
that.
Yeah.
So you dealt with death in the past.
Yes.
And I know that he was very close to you.
Yeah.
Okay. But this was a little different because this particular person intended to die.
Yeah.
And you hadn't experienced anything like that before.
No.
And to be fair, and I don't know if you all have either. Hey, Jamie, I haven't had a classmate that I can recall commit suicide.
No.
I haven't had a friend commit suicide, and I haven't had anyone that I personally knew commit suicide. So this is, I personally don't know what that feels like.
To be honest, I can't either.
Why do you say that?
Because I wasn't really close to him for real. And my thoughts on death are like really, really blunt. So
that was my next question.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about death?
I don't know about my thoughts on death. Not unless it's someone like that's really close to me. I don't know how to feel about it. If it's just someone that was in my school that I've never really met before, or just
seen them around.
Yeah, or just like a famous actor like X.
True.